قال المؤلف رحمه الله, said the author, may Allah have mercy upon him, وكل نجس ومستقذر, and amongst the sins of the stomach is consuming anything filthy and anything repulsive. الشرح أن أكل النجاسات من جملة معاصي البطن. The explanation is that consuming filth is amongst the sins of the stomach. كالدم المسفوح أي السائل, like flowing blood. ولحم الخنزير, and pig meat. والميتة, and dead animals. والزيت الذي وقعت فيه فأرة, and olive oil in which a mouse fell. فماتت, and died in there. ولو كان هذا الزيت كثيرا, even if this oil, olive oil, were a lot, like 2 qullas or more of olive oil. The Shaykh said, like flowing blood. So why say flowing? If we're going to mention a qualifier, a description, then there should be a reason or a benefit for mentioning it. So what's the point? Because there's another kind of blood that's not flowing blood. There's a blood that has the consistency of meat, and it's permissible to eat this blood. That's the liver and the spleen. And pig meat you cannot eat, or any part, the skin, the fat, anything about it. And dead animal, so always wonder if someone finds this translation problematic. You can't eat a dead animal. That has a meaning there. It means already dead. So I think there's a type of person who finds this problematic. Yeah, it means like, for example, you're just walking and you found a dead pigeon under the tree. Or you saw something killed on the side of the road. This is the meaning of dead meat. Or it's just dead there on the ground. And it includes any meat that's not killed religiously. But if you want to think about it being called mayta, why the haram meat is called mayta? Because fundamental meaning here is that it's dead. So you encountered it dead, so you can't just eat it. Rather, you're going to get a live animal and slaughter it and then eat it. Or you're going to find a slaughtered animal and then you eat that. And olive oil in which a mouse fell and then died. All of this olive oil is filthy. The Shaykh says, even if it were a lot of olive oil, that means 2 qullas or more, because this is not water, this is olive oil. No liquid other than water has the judgment of water when it comes to resisting filth. Yani, not all the judgments. It has only one judgment, which is it becomes filthy by contact with filth, even if it doesn't change. A lot of any liquid is like a little bit of water. This is a rule, a lot of any liquid is like a little bit of water. So if you take that, you won't be confused. When it comes to najasa, and this is the Shafi'i school. وَذَلِكَ لِحَدِيثِ الْبُخَارِي. That is due to the hadith of Al-Bukhari. عن ميمونة رضي الله عنها, from the route of Maymunah, may Allah accept from her. زوج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, the wife of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. And look here, this correct The Sheikh said here, the Zawj of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. That's actually stronger than saying Zawjah, Zawjatun Nabi, because that's what's in the Quran. وَقُلْنَا يَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةِ. We said, "O Adam, you live in the garden, you and your Zawj." That's Eve. So this hadith of Al-Bukhari from the route of Maymuna radiallahu anha, the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, أن ثأرة وقعت في سمن, that a mouse fell in some fat. What does that mean exactly, fat? So maybe this means some shortening, if you know what shortening is. Or maybe this means some grease of some sort, so it has some solidity to it. فَمَاتَتْ فِيهِ, and it died in it. فَسُئِلَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ عَنْهَا, and so the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked about it. فَقَالَ, and so he said, أَلْقُوهَا وَمَا حَوْلَهَا وَكُلُوهُ. Toss the mouse and whatever is around it, and eat the rest. وَزَادَ أَحْمَدُ وَالنَّسَائِي, and Ahmad and An-Nasa'i add some words in their rendition. فِي سَمْنٍ جَامِدٍ, it fell in solid fat, or perhaps shortening or grease. وفي رواية أحمد وأبي داود من حديث أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أنه قال, and in the narration of Ahmad and Abu Dawood from the hadith of Abu Hurairah, may Allah accept from him, that he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, إِذَا وَقَعَتِ الْفَأْرَةُ فِي السَّمْنِ, when the mouse falls into the fat, فَإِنْ كَانَ جَامِدًا فَأَلْقُوهَا وَمَا حَوْلَهَا, if it were solid, then toss the mouse and whatever is around it. وَإِنْ كَانَ مَائِعًا فَلَا تَقْرَبُوهُ, and if it were liquid or fluid, then do not approach it. Meaning, now it's useless to you. There's nothing you can do with it. It has become contaminated completely. وَكَذَلِكَ الْمُسْتَقْذَرُ, and likewise what is repulsive, disgusting. يَحْرُمُ أَكْلُهُ, it is forbidden to eat it. So, just to be disgusting is enough of a reason to make it haram to consume something. Remember, there's 4 reasons why you can't eat something. Either because it's harmful, or because it's repulsive, or because it's filthy, or because it has privilege. Either because it's harmful, like stones, haram to eat stones, poison, and the narcotics, or because it is repulsive, like what we're going to read right now, or because it's filthy, or because it has a privilege, like a human. وَذَلِكَ كَالْمُخَاطِ وَالْمَنِيِّ. That is like eating snot and sperm. وأما البصاق فيكون مستقذرا إذا تجمع على شيء مثلا بحيث تنفر منه الطباع السليمة. As for spit, it would be repulsive when it accumulates on something, for example, to an amount from which normal taste, normal nature is repelled from it. Finds it cringeworthy. أي بعد خروجه من الفم. This means after it gets outside of the mouth. أما ما دام في الفم فليس له حكم المستقذر. But as long as the saliva is in the mouth, it doesn't have the judgment of repulsive, of being repulsive. When I said previously snot and sperm, I could have used some other words, but I wanted to say words that make them sound even worse. And even when I said spit, I could have said another word.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
What about the person who has the spit accumulated in his mouth like that? He swallowed it.
No problem, as long as it's still in his mouth.
Okay.
Even if his mouth is full of saliva, no problem.
Even if it's a mixture of food?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. أما ما دام في الفم فليس له حكم المستقذر. So as long as it's still in the mouth, then it does not have the judgment of being repulsive. وأما البلل الخفيف. And as for some light moisture, الذي يعلق بالخيط مثلا, like what would stick to a string, for example. أو ملعقة الطعام, or like what sticks to the spoon. والسواك, and what sticks to the toothstick. ونحو ذلك, and the likes of that. فليس له حكم المستقذر. This does not have the judgment of being repulsive. فَلْيُتَنَبَّهْ لِذَلِكَ. So let there be attention drawn to that. Yani, it's an important case for you, so that you're not going to make something hard for yourself or for others, and you're not going to have waswas here. And you're just going to act normal. And you're not going to be confused. If you have a question, go ahead and ask. Do you have the harakat for this word here, Habibi? I'm not sure how to read that word there. أي تنفر منه طبيعة الإنسان. The repulsive thing is that from which the human nature cringes. ومن المستقذر الطعام الذي أنتن. And amongst what is repulsive is the food that has gone putrid. وَطَلَعَتْ رَائِحَتُهُ كَرِيهَةٌ. And its smell has come up disliked. وَصَارَ مَنْظَرُهُ بَشِعًا. And its appearance has become ugly, like it's moldy. لأن الطبيعة تنفر منه. Because the nature finds this cringeworthy. وَلَوْ كَانَ طَاهِرًا. Even if it's pure, not filthy. وفي حكم هذه المذكورات من حيث الحرمة أكل طاهر مضر بالبدن. Now, so that's a nice example of what's repulsive Yani rotten food. So by that example, the Sheikh makes you understand that the judgment is literal. You cannot eat what's repulsive. And then he said, and having the same judgment as these mentioned things in terms of prohibition is eating anything that's pure but harmful to the body. Kasum, like, kasum, like poison. Wal ufyun, and opium. إلا القليل الذي ينتفع به بلا ضرر, except for a little bit that is useful and not harmful. فإن ذلك يحتاج إليه للتداوي, for indeed that is needed for medicinal purposes. فيجوز استعماله إن غلبت السلامة, it would then be permissible to use this substance for remedy if it is most likely to be safe. وَكَذَا مَا هُوَ ضَارٌ بِالْعَقْلِ, and likewise what has the aforementioned judgment is what is harmful to the mind. كَبَعْضِ النَّبَاتَاتِ, like some plants. الَّتِي تَضُرُّ بِإِفْسَادِ الْعَقْلِ بِلَا طَرَبٍ, those that ruin the mind without euphoria. Without enchantment. لكن يجوز التداوي به إن تعين ذلك. However, it is permissible to use such plants for medicine if that's what's called for. كأن قال طبيب عدل لا ينفع علتك غير ذلك. Like for a trustworthy doctor to say, nothing will help your sickness but that.